pilot sounds like an exciting career, but did you ever imagine that you would get the opportunity to fly your own aircraft without ever having to leave the safety of the ground? The New Hampshire Flying Tigers have found a way to do just that. Tara Merger explains in today's Flight Week 4 o'clock focus. How's it going, Tara?
It's going great, Sean. Learning to fly from the ground is about the only way I'll ever learn to fly. With me now is Rich Bono from the New Hampshire Flying Tigers. And first of all, what are the New Hampshire Flying Tigers?
The New Hampshire Flying Tigers is a radio control model flying club, and we teach people to fly and have fun outside in the, well, normally in the sunshine, and it's a lot of fun.
Terrific. Now, you've got some samples, so to speak, of what you guys do, and can you show us your plane?
Sure. This here is a, what we call a 1/3 scale laser. It's a very aerobatic airplane. With my transmitter, I can control all the flight surfaces like you do in a real airplane. This weighs about 25 pounds, and it is a real blast to fly.
Did you build this yourself?
Yeah, I built this myself. It started as a box of sticks.
And how do you even start?
To start to learn to fly, you have to have the desire. You find a training club like this. I would not recommend people try to fly on their own. These planes last about 5 seconds, the first turn you make, and they tend to crash. You can ask anybody who's tried it. They've been there, they've done that, even professional pilots. And it costs about $400 to get started, and you find someone to teach you how to do it and have a blast.
I see you've got your control here.
That's right.
Could you show us on your plane how to do so? I saw the wings wiggling and stuff. You can do all kinds of neat things.
Just like a real aircraft, I can move the ailerons. It makes the plane roll side to side. I can move the rudder. It makes the plane yaw or turn. The elevator makes it go up and down. And I can control the throttle to make the change, the speed change. And the other thing you can't see, which would be great on a sunny day, I have a smoke system on here. I can do onboard smoke, like smoke writing, so to speak, and I can turn that on and off.
Terrific. Well, a little bit later, hopefully, we'll see some of these up in the air. Also with us is Glenn Bolser. Glenn is also with the New Hampshire Flying Tigers, and he's got his own set of aircraft here. Can you show us what you've got?
Sure. I started off with the P-51 Mustang, which is a sports scale airplane. Not so much a replica of the 1940s warbird that everybody popularized during the 1940s, but it looks like it when it's flying, and that it flies great. Next, I have the ultimate biplane, which is basically an acrobatic airplane. It's a scale airplane, scaled by meaning that there is a full-size aircraft that this is modeled after, and it's scaled down, obviously, to size. And third is the Ultra Sport, which is just a sport plane. It's not a replica of any aircraft that actually flies. It's just a fun, great airplane to fly.
What kind of people do you have at the New Hampshire Flying Tigers? Who does this?
Well, we have recently a member joined, a 13-year-old from Manchester, retired people looking for a hobby. You want to get interested in something that maybe looks a little bit of fun to them. Yeah, we've got a wide range of people that get involved in this.
I understand there are even actual pilots who enjoy this as well.
Yes, we won't mention the major airline that one of them flies for, but yes, definitely we do have a few that are 737 pilots that actually fly radio control.
How much skill does this actually require? Is this simpler, looks simpler than it really is?
Yeah, usually it does. You know, people come down and they'll watch us and think, hey, wow, this looks pretty easy. But it's like a video game. After a while, you tend to pick up and learn a lot more as you go, and we take out all the chance that we can via a training box, and it's not like the old days where we had to pass the box back and forth. We take it as simple as we can these days and safe as we can.
Terrific. Which one's your favorite one? I see we've got a whole bunch of these here.
I would say the blue one, which is my favorite. The blue one would be my favorite, which a lot of money and a lot of time goes into building these, yes. But as Rich had stated, they're basically, you buy them and it's a box of sticks and you go, wow, this is going to fly. And that's kind of the great thing. You put it together and it actually does what it's supposed to do.
Terrific.
Which is great.
Well, coming up, when we continue with the 4 o'clock focus, we're going to give you some idea about what this hobby actually costs. And if the rain holds off, we're hoping to show you some of these planes in action. We'll be back in a little bit.
Thanks, Tara. Looks like a fun way to create an alternative way if you don't want to actually go up in the airplane. We have to take a quick break. We are flying the friendly skies with our radio-controlled planes. Well, our radio-controlled planes are in any case, and we'll show you how they work in today's Flight Week 4 o'clock focus. Welcome back. Today we are learning to be pilots of some very intricate radio-controlled airplanes. For the second half of today's Flight Week focus, we go over to Tara Merger, our aeronautics specialist. Tara?
Sean, intricate is a very good word. I came here today thinking I was going to learn how to fly one of these remote-controlled planes, and I was told, nah, it takes a lot of training. We're back here with the New Hampshire Flying Tigers, and Rich Bono is going to give us a demonstration. This is his helicopter. Tell me a little bit about it.
Well, it flies just like a real helicopter. We have all the same controls that a real helicopter does, all the same problems that a real helicopter does. You have to keep all the mechanics up. And you're right, it's a little bit difficult to learn to fly. I tell people it's kind of like learning to balance on a beach ball while you're wearing roller skates. It takes a tough to get started, but once you get the hang of it, it's not too bad.
Okay, let's see what she can do.
Okay, let me see if I can give you a little flight demo here today. I'm going to throttle up, get the blades up to speed. I'm going to spin it around behind me so I can fly. I don't want to fly between the camera and myself here, so see how we can do here. I got to turn around. Let's go around this side. And let's see, I got it over the runway now, and I got to get it hovering. And I don't know if you can see that. Let me see if I can do a little pirouette here without crashing. There we go. And let me fly it around a little bit to show you that it doesn't just hover.
Wow, that's pretty good. How long did it take you to learn to do that?
It took a couple years to learn to fly. I use a computer simulator to keep the crashes down, because otherwise what happens is as you're learning, you crash the helicopter, and it costs about $100 each time you want to repair it.
Ow.
Yeah, so you don't want to do it too much.
Can you tell me how much that helicopter would cost to put together?
Typical helicopters are about $600. This one's a little more advanced. It's about $1,500.
Wow. So we definitely don't want to crash it.
No, I try not to. It takes a lot of concentration to keep it flying and steady, and you just bang something and you spend a week trying to adjust it.
Terrific. Well, Glenn is over there working on his plane. Let's see what he can do.
Let me put this thing down so I can talk to you, and you can watch Glenn fly his P-51. Okay, we'll shut that right off.
Terrific. That was excellent. Thanks.
Thank you. So where's Glenn? Glenn is up here flying.
Oh, there it is.
Okay. I don't know how it's going to look up with the gray of the sky here, but that's a P-51 Mustang, and he actually has retracts. I don't know. Glenn, maybe you can make a low pass and bring your retracts down. You'll see what he can do here. It's on the camera. So he's going to slow down and then bring the gear down. There they come. Wow. See that? So he actually controls it just like a real aircraft. It has all the same controls. It's very aerobatic. It looks like it's getting bounced around a little bit, but it is a little windy here. And my guess is you're having trouble seeing the gray plane in the clouds, so it could be kind of difficult to see.
How much do you think that plane costs to put together?
I'm probably saying he has about $500 in that, just guessing.
Now, we're running out of time here, but I want to make sure we ask you how we get in touch, people can get in touch with the New Hampshire Flying Tigers.
Well, basically, we have our webpage, which is listed www.derrynh.com/tigers. And that's probably the best bet. They can send us email via that if they're interested.
And you will train people. You don't have to know how to do it to be in the club.
That's right. Well, you do need to join the club, and the AMA gives you national insurance, and we will train people if they join the club and have the proper equipment. They have to supply their own equipment.
Terrific. So if you're interested, contact the New Hampshire Flying Tigers, and this was very interesting. Thank you so much, Rich.
Thanks for coming down.
Terrific. Back to you, Sean.
Thanks, Tara. Even a rainy day can't keep those planes down, huh?
No way. Well, if it was any worse, probably.
Great.